Channeled message.
Listen carefully. Rot rarely arrives looking like ruin. Most of the time, it arrives looking polished, radiant, and fully in command. The stone is still gleaming, the banners are still lifted, the room is still applauding. Nothing appears broken until you realize the center is no longer governed by truth. It is governed by self-worship. That is how collapse begins, not with visible weakness, but with a private enthronement of ego so complete that correction starts feeling like betrayal. That is the seduction. Ego does not introduce itself as corruption, right? It introduces itself as elevation. It convinces a person they are not merely right, but chosen. Not merely strong, but exempt. Not merely visible, but deserving of a constant witness. Once that appetite takes the throne, the inner world starts reorganizing around preservation. Humility becomes intolerable. Contradiction becomes insulting. Anyone carrying a truth that does not flatter the image becomes a threat to the regime. At that point, power is no longer being built, it is being performed. Soon, the world turns reflective. Every voice nearby begins to sound like agreement. Every silence gets misread as loyalty. Every unchallenged impulse starts masquerading as instinct or destiny. That is when the danger deepens, because a person can look magnificent while becoming structurally false. Image overtakes substance. Narrative outtakes reality. The question is no longer, is this true? The question becomes, does this protect what I need people to believe about me? Once that shift happens, the fracture is already active. The palace may still be standing, but the foundation has changed owners. That is what late empires teach. Collapse does not begin when the enemy appears at the wall. Collapse begins when the truth is treated as treason inside the gates. The barbarians are no longer outside. They have taken up residence in the instincts. Appetite over discipline. Dominance over wisdom. Spectacle over substance. Reaction over restraint. The person still looks commanding from a distance, but the interior has become a conquered place. That is the darkest part of ego. It can keep the silhouette impressive long after the soul has begun to decay. The reality breaks through. A loss that cannot be spun, a betrayal that cannot be edited, a silence that does not respond to force. Something enters the system that will not bow to image management, and suddenly the performance starts to fall under its own weight. Not from lack of talent, not from lack of intelligence, from overinvestment in self-glorification. The structure gives way under the strain of having to protect the crown at all costs. So hear this clearly. The fall does not start with defeat. It starts the moment a person values invulnerability more than the truth, okay? The moment being revered matters more than being real. The moment the image becomes so sacred that the soul beneath it can no longer speak plainly without feeling endangered. The way back is not a better performance. It's not a cleaner crown. It is not reclaiming the throne with prettier language. It is stepping down before the throne finishes eating the person sitting on it. It is letting the truth strip what ego was desperate to preserve. It is choosing to be reduced in the right way on purpose while there is still something left in you that can return to what is real. Empires do not die when the walls are breached. They die when the ruler can no longer tell the difference between reverence and delusion. That is the warning. Rule yourself, or your ego will build a kingdom that looks glorious right up until the moment it burns.
End of message.